All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the State Basketball Centre on a Sunday afternoon here in sunny downtown Wantirna South. Tonight, this afternoon's games, we welcome the Eltham Wildcats to take on the Knox Raiders. I'm joined by Damien Morris, the man with everything that you need to know about why this game here on a Sunday afternoon is going to be an absolute cracker. Welcome, Damo.
G'day, Dougie. Great to be here, mate. How you going?
Yeah, very well, thank you. A little bit better shape than you are at this stage, but especially coming off a ripping contest last night with the Blue Boys. Almost got the chocolates. Big Charlie kicking 7.
Yeah, nearly got home. It was a big night, but looking forward to being here this afternoon to see some great basketball, and hopefully neither of these teams had a win last night, so hopefully we can see some really good quality basketball.
Yeah, it's a big day here for both these teams. They're both coming off rivalry round last night where both teams had really strong games. Eltham played against Diamond Valley last night and got done by a basket, 89-87, and Knox had the rivalry round over at Kilsyth Stadium in the battle for the Ashes, and had a third quarter they would rather forget, and got done 87-70. A couple of things from last night before I get to Damo with the stats. Chelsea Schweers, 39 points with 8 triples, and Megan Mulligan with 20 points and 8 rebounds for the Wildcats. She's going to have her hands full today with Lauren Scherf. Knox last night, a little bit careless with the ball there, and as I said, they were in the third quarter, they got into a little bit of foul trouble. Marina Whittle, the star last night, with 16 points and 7 rebounds. Lauren Scherf, 15 and 5. And Beck Ott had 11. Damo, this is two teams coming out of the Big V from the last few years, and Eltham have done some really good recruiting. Knox have done some really good recruiting to balance their seasons out. Knox are 9 and 3 on the season. Eltham are 7 and 6. But as we've seen in the Big V, this has always been a ripping battle over the last few years. Tell us why it's going to be good, and tell us who wins, mate.
Yeah, Ducky, you're right. That traditionally these teams have had really solid battles. I think last night, Knox will be disappointed last night. It was a big game for them. Obviously, Eltham as well, losing to their local rivals by only 2 points, almost on the buzzer last night. I think last night, Kilsyth beat Knox at their own game. Interestingly, that Kilsyth had 20 assists last night. We know Knox are a really high assisting team, but Kilsyth had 20. Turnovers last night. Knox had 15 and it cost them 17 points. So Kilsyth really got after them, and Kilsyth had more second chance points than Knox last night, and also 9 steals. So Kilsyth were ferocious. They took the game away from Knox. Knox will be looking forward, looking to bounce back. It's an important time of the season for them. And Eltham, they've lost the last 2. They're 8th on the ladder. Swears, she's killing it, as you mentioned. They lost the boards last night by 10. Diamond, they gave up 21 second chance points to Diamond Valley. So it's going to be an interesting battle. Ducky, on paper you would say that Knox should have them. Knox should have them quite comfortably. But I'm looking forward to seeing what it's about. Just going through some of the other stats. I see that Knox are the highest scoring team in the competition, averaging 88.2, and Eltham are only averaging 77.4, which is about on team average. So look to see a fair bit of shooting from the outside from Schweers. As you said, 8 triples last night, 57%.
As most good people do, your research is unfathomable. I did a little bit of my own during the week, and I was looking through Chelsea Schweers' resume. And it's not often we get a all-time division, collegiate record holder come into this stadium and show us their wares. She's the all-time leader in three-point field goals made in NCAA Division III history at Christopher John University, I think. So she's had a heck of a college career. She's played all around the joint. She's a State League MVP here in Australia twice with the Ipswich Force, and also the Sutherland Sharks coming off that season in the Waratah last year. I'm really excited to see her. The Knox are going to have to put a real lot of time into her. I reckon Abby Weirung gets the job on her first and foremost. And she's going to have to try and run her off the three-point line. She's not as tall as I thought she was. She's tiny, isn't she, here before the tip-off. But Yeah, it's going to be a real good battle in that backcourt, and of course Mulligan's going to have her hands full with Scherf. So we're about to get the tip here. Both teams starting fives are on the floor, and we're underway. And Scherf wins the tip to Whittle, starting for the Knox Raiders. Bree Watman at the 1, Weirung at the 2, Marina Whittle in at the 3, Maddie Wild at the 4, and Lauren Scherf. Interesting, Beckott not in the starting 5 today, Damo.
Yeah, it looks like she's come out for Marina Whittle. I know Marina Whittle had been away during the season with some 3-on-3 commitments, but I'm not sure who started last night, but Marina Whittle's in, and Maddie Wild's also in.
The starting 5 for the Eltham Wildcats, of course, Chelsea Schwiz, Vanessa Panousis, the Sydney Flames backcourt member, as Scherf gets us off to a flying start here for the Knox Raiders with a nice pick and roll with Bree Watman, and Bree's got the long sleeves on today. It's a little bit chilly here, isn't it?
Yeah, you just saw with that pick and roll that Schwiz got stuck behind the bigger body of Lauren Scherf there, allowed Scherf to sort of roll to the basket.
They have to go under that. Interesting start there. Weirung with the first catch in the post for the Knox Raiders. Good ball movement. Can't get it. Schwiz in transition. Pull up. Cash money.
Very comfortable.
That was always going up, wasn't it?
Weirung didn't do a lot wrong.
Another miss for the Raiders, and rebound Panousis pushing the tempo. Hezi attacks Maddie Wild. Little bit of contact, didn't get anything there. And another empty possession, 3 in a row for the Knox Raiders. Rebound, Chelsea Brooke. And they go inside to Mulligan, also in the long sleeves. Megan Mulligan will go to the line to shoot to foul. Was charged to Abby Weirung.
Mulligan's averaging 15.6 points a game, shooting from the line at 72%, averaging 9.3 boards a game as well. Likes to get it down low. Be good contest, her and Scherf.
Very prominent in her college career. Damien at the University of Massachusetts. 3-year starter, 2 years as captain. Her best year was her junior year, averaging 14 points and 11, so she can get the job done. And this is her first professional gig outside of her collegiate career, as Abby Weirung slices through the D for 2 and finishes nice with the left hand. Schwiz, how many attempts? What's the line you reckon today for Schwiz on attempts over
Yeah,
from
I'm
the 3?
tipping she's going to put up 12.
All right.
And make 8.
Righto. We'll run the line at about 10.5. As Mulligan goes to work, can't get the 2. Scherf nearly loses it. Weirung does the clean-up work. Pushes the tempo hard, attacks Mulligan. Can't get it. Rebound Chelsea Brooke.
Fairly even contest early, Ducky. Both teams feeling each other out.
Yep. That'll count. That should count. And we have a 3 seconds in the key. And a little bit of whistle action. So the Raiders, a couple of empty trips here, need to find a basket here. Watman charged with the duties, getting the long sleeves. As Weirung attacks the hip of Chelsea Brooke. She picks up her first personal foul.
Technical foul charged to the Eltham Wildcats bench. Their first personal.
And Bree Watman will go to the line. Not too sure if you can hear the court announcer there, but technical foul assessed to the Eltham Wildcats bench. Do you see what happened there, Damo?
No, I didn't. I know Mulligan was unhappy down the other end, and she copped a warning from the ref for the too long in the key call. Up this end, I'm not sure what was said.
And Watman makes both free throws, and it'll be right a ball from the side. Coach Spencer has sat back down, so
arms crossed. Well,
body language says
yeah.
a lot, doesn't it? He's a good bloke, Grant Spencer. Very, very passionate about what he does. ISO for Scherf. She attacks Mulligan. Mulligan does a good job there, Damo.
She did, and so did Brooke there also. Just keeping Maddie Wild, who was going quite hard for the O board, keeping her at bay.
Whittle controls the tempo. Weirung. Another turnover for the Raiders. Bree Watman sticks the hand up and says, that one's on me, ladies. Panousis to Mulligan for two. 15-foot jump shot. That looked all right.
It didn't. Maddie Wild didn't do a lot wrong there, D, but yeah, just a nice shot.
Beckott's going to be the first substitution of the game, interestingly, Damo. So that action looks really nice for the Raiders. They've run that twice as Whittle misses. Weirung scored on the first one there. So and now Whittle has just missed that one. But that action looks really nice, that sort of high, aggressive on-ball action.
Yeah, I like Abby Weirung coming off the curl as well. She sort of she got a nice basket earlier.
Schweers does a little bit of fancy and can't get it to go. Nice save from Bree Watman. Underrated play, that. The hustle. You won't get a stat for that, but that's important for any young player watching the game today. Because you always play to the whistle and always try to save what you can. Watman. Good find. Hits Scherf. Can't get to.
Brooks had some important boards there. I'm not sure of her numbers, Ducky, but she's had some important boards there. Now she goes for the long triple. Doesn't go. Board to Abby Weirung. Back up for the easy lay-in.
Yep.
Quick transition by the Raiders.
Don't get too many easier than them, Beckott. Take them while you can. Abby Ellis. To Mulligan. Attacks Scherf. Can't get it. And Ott out in front again. And that's back-to-back.
And that's really one of Beck Ott's strengths, getting out on that fast break. She's very athletic, very hard to stop.
Yeah. Nice pull-up from Schweers.
And you can even see Beck Ott then again on the fly. She's had a good start to the game coming off the bench, Ducky.
Yeah, she'd make a good wingman, wouldn't she?
Absolutely.
Just running down one side of the G. Scherf for the triple, can't get it. Rebound Beckott. Back to Watman, 14 on the shot clock, reset. They go inside to Scherf.
Yeah, Beckott a little bit cross with herself. I thought she could have shot that there, Ducky, in the corner.
Yeah, strange one with, lacking a little bit of confidence or whatever. The three ball's not going down regularly or something like that. It's always crosses into your mind. So we've got some subs there, Damo. Who's in?
Rach Quirk is in, and Abby Weirung takes a seat. Marina Whittle's taking a seat as well, and
Quirk goes straight to Schweers.
yeah, very good defensive stopper, Rach Quirk, isn't she?
Yeah.
I know she would have prepared.
That's like the World Durr moment.
Yeah.
Rach Quirk's going to sub in and go straight to Chelsea Schweers every single time, I reckon. I missed the personal there. I think it's on Maddie Wild.
I've liked Maddie Wild's game early, Ducky. She's had a couple of important contests where might not have come up with it, but just got a hand in there. Just sort of, she's been making contests. I like that about her game.
Again, all those little unimportant things that don't go in the stat column, but are worth their weight in gold. As Chelsea Brooke makes two.
Both teams shooting at 30%. Knox have had 13 goes at it, and Eltham have had 10.
Watman gets the foul line, drops in a deuce. Watman back to Schweers. And Chelsea Brook, she's been really aggressive here, and
she has, Ducky.
I don't mind this. This is she's attacking, and you really want to attack Knox Raiders, and that's the second personal or first one on Scherf, and she's going to go back to the line. Reigning South Australian Premier League MVP, Chelsea Brook, as a 19-year-old, member of the Adelaide Lightning. Over the last 3 years, and of course runners-up last year in the WNBL to the Canberra Caps.
Against Lauren Scherf.
Yep.
And Maddie Wild takes a seat, and Lucy Dawson checks into the game.
4 for 4 from the line. Chelsea Brook, important, got to make your free throws. Ott to Scherf, inside. Probably not the look she was looking for there out of that movement, but successful all the same as she draws a foul. And the foul is on Chelsea Brook.
Mentioned Chelsea Brook. She had 3 rebounds.
She's going to sub out Megan Mulligan straight back up off the bench as Brook picked up her second. And Scherf goes to the line, makes the first. And successful trip, 2 for 2. You're going to get to the line a fair bit. You've got to make them, don't you, Lauren Scherf?
You do. Like I said, Ducky, last time we called, I saw Lauren Scherf after a game on a Saturday night a couple of weeks ago, just for an hour after the game out there, just shooting free throws.
Schweers misses one. Do I see that right on your stats book there, Damo, that she's 90% on the season, 27 of 30 or something like that? Is that right?
For Schweers?
Nah, for Lauren Scherf at the line.
She is, Duck, yep. 27 from 30, 90%.
That's very handy for somebody 6'5", isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And like I said, she works hard on it.
Yeah.
After hours, out there practicing.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Good example to any of the juniors.
Schweers at the line, makes the first. Makes the second. Bit of extended now from the Wildcats. 2-2-1 full court trap. Back into a zone defense. Ott catches on the fly, lets it rip. Can't get it. Compose yourself there, Lauren. And it's going to be a personal on Rach Quirk. And it's 2 free throws again for Schweer. So you've got to be careful really overrunning somebody off the three-point line. You really want to sort of give them a couple. She's 1 of 3 or 1 of 4 here early. But she can be damaging, you know, with that up fake, attacking the closeout and really going hard to the basket now. And she's getting to the foul line as well. So you don't want to really... How do you pick your poison, really?
Well, when you know she scored 8 triples last night and is coming off 39 points, she could be excused, couldn't you, Ducky, from overplaying her a bit? And to her credit there, she saw that Rach Quirk overplayed her a bit, and she just took her on to the basket.
Knox heavy rotation now. Dawson, Ott and Quirk all in off the bench. Dawson's got to let it fly.
Lauren Scherf too long in the key there, and that was really good D there by Barton. Really muscled up against Scherf. Scherf was being really strong, and Barton was matching it with her, and too long in the key. There it is there. You know, Rach just, again, didn't do a great deal wrong. Just sort of got stuck behind that screen. Just gave Schweers, you know, a metre, which was all she needed. Splash.
Yep. Scherf, 1 out. Mulligan gets the 2. Big post move there from Lauren Scherf. And the foul is on Margaret Mulligan. And that is... her second, I think. She will have 1 bonus for Lauren Scherf after the timeout. give us a little bit here, Damo. It's 19-16, minute 52 to go. Both teams are now in the penalty. And Eltham lead by 3.
Yeah, I've been... it's a good contest, Ducky. It's, both teams are working hard. Schwiz is looking dangerous as we expect, and she's a graceful player to watch. You can see Eltham are obviously focusing on Lauren Scherf. She was almost triple team there, and yet still got the nice jumper away, and she's going to go to the line for the bonus. So it's a pretty even contest so far. Just looking through some of the stats. Knox is shooting at 35%, Eltham at 33%. Points in the paint, Knox, speaking of being Scherf conscious, 10 points in the paint to Knox, so Lauren Scherf is getting plenty of it down low, and a couple of fast breaks to Beck Ott as well.
Yeah, a couple of real easy ones for Beck Ott on the outlet there. And that's how she's got to really impact the game today, I think. Schwiz has got a dozen here to start the first, and she's coming off a 39er last night, so they want to lock her in, because otherwise if she gets really hot. It was a 1 bonus, so there's a little bit of confusion here.
Leah Sanamaggio's in the game. Lauren Scherf's taking a seat.
Who's number 22 for the Wildcats there?
Abby Ellis.
Abby Ellis.
18-year-old.
Yep.
168 centimetres.
Vic State representative.
Averaging 8.6 points a game.
Yep.
Played 323 minutes, so she's played a lot of court time.
Yep. Sian Gillum, offensive rebound.
Yeah, it was a good board.
Yeah.
As was that for Leah Sanamaggio.
Good hit. Finds Dawson. Needs a hoop. Watman wide open.
Oh, that'd be triple. That'd be 3 from the line.
Coach Spencer won't like that. Bridget O'Neill in and has picked up the personal. Now, Bree Watman is coming off a pretty quiet night by her standards last night. Just the 8 points for her.
Shoots 89% from the line. 16 from 18 for the season. 17 from 19. Like that.
I'm going to lock her in for all 3 here. That second one looked pretty confident. All 3. Raiders have the lead back.
Also, Matt, 3 points, the old-fashioned play for Bree Watman. Substitution for the Wildcats, check back in the game, number 1, Vanessa Panousis.
Panousis back in the game now. So Ellis, Panousis, Barton, O'Neill and Gillum on the floor for the Wildcats, just running with a 1 starter. Just a minute to go here in the first quarter. Panousis has it, guarded by Ott, on ball with O'Neill.
5 on the clock.
Ott.
You're not going to stop that, Ducky. If she gets out on the break, yeah, like you say, man, off to the races.
Yeah, she'd be like Wings odds, I reckon.
If there was like a nice little dump inside. Yeah. There was like a halftime sprint at the basketball. Beck Ott would have to be well and truly up there to win.
I'd have a 3-1. Eltham staying in his zone. Sanamaggio can't find it. 6 on the clock now. Watman penetrates. Right hand floater is nice.
Just over the top of Barton there with the right hand, yeah.
Time winding down now. Panousis with the ball. Ott on her. Settles for the 2. Gets it to go.
Hurts on the buzzer, doesn't it?
Yeah, and just a little bit of a momentum killer there as the Raiders had piled on a little bit. They were on an 8-3 run before that basket. So it's 24-23 to end the quarter. Leading scorers to this point are...
Schwiz has got 12 and Brooks got 4. Mulligan's got 3, and for the Raiders, Watman 7, Scherf 7, and Beckott's got 6. Total boards, Panousis 3, and Wirrong 3.
Yeah, we said in the opener there, Damo, that Knox was sort of beaten at their own game last night by Kilsyth with transition and then getting some second chance points and some fast break points and so on. They look to have alleviated that. And I mean, Eltham don't have the likes of Nicholson and Pap Abs and so on that can run the floor and really hurt them. But by the same token, they've got to rein Knox's transition in. Beckott's got 3 baskets, all on the break in transition. So they've got to rein those in. That's the difference in the contest at the moment, as far as I'm concerned, is Eltham looking after the ball.
Yeah, no, you're right, Ducky. Like we've said throughout the call, Beckott, if she does get out there on that in transition, very, very hard to stop. Well, Charlize Dunn's coming into the game. One of the elite juniors in the country, Charlize Dunn. I'd like to, hopefully she gets a few minutes tonight. Played Vic Metro under 18s, Vic Metro under 16s, National Junior under 14 champion. Believe she's in the Australian squad as well. So yeah, she's one of the elite juniors of the country.
And just in case any of our interstate friends are listening, they're all gold medals, by the way.
Yeah.
For Vic Metro, so we're pretty biased about
yeah.
it down here. We love a gold medal. Number 12, Shelby Britton, is it on for Eltham?
That's right, yep, Shelby Britton.
Youth League point guard. Good look. Yeah, good look there from Panousis. Good little fake action. Paid a bit too much attention to Britton coming off a double pin or a little pin down series there, and Raquel Barton wide open. Ott attacks. Watman wide open. Can't get it. Panousis walks.
And again, just the speed of Beckott there, managed to just get a hand in there and cause the travel.
Yeah, just again, one of those things that you won't get a stat for, but pressure acts. Dawson in an on-ball with Whittle. Wants it back, demands it back, attacks aggressively, and is blocked by O'Neill.
So Knox have gone a bit of a smaller lineup with Scherf and Wild both on the bench. Dawson in the 5.
Whittle being aggressive. Dawson makes an extra. Beck Ott lines it up. Can't get it. Rebound Dawson. Gonna have to finish them. Britton pulls up in transition. Can't get it. Rebound done.
Good work by Marina Whittle in D transition.
Beckott going to work, can't get it. There's a couple of real empty trips here. It's a little bit of sting out of it here in the first 90 seconds of this one.
(24-25).
Panousis hands off to Ellis. Double high screen, top of the key. O'Neill's wide open. Waited for her. Barton. Good find. Ellis rides the contact from Watman and will go to the line to shoot 2.
First team foul. Substitution for both teams. Checking in for the Wild.
Bree Watman up to 9 points.
For the Raiders, Lauren Scherf.
Really? I reckon I only saw 3. No, that's not true. I am watching. Oh, she had that nice floater too, and she hit that nice jump shot in the from the foul line. See, I am watching.
You are, Ducky, you are.
Abby Ellis makes 2. I like her. She's bouncy, Damo. Have a look at her. She's straight to the front of the trap here, up in Watman's grill. There's a bit more token pressure than anything, really. Got to rein those in, Marina.
Substitution, checking in for the Raiders, returning Werrell and Wild. Checking out, take a break. Bree Woman and Lucy Dawson. 8 minutes and change. Second quarter NBL1 women. Make some noise, Raiders fans, come on!
Panousis with the ball. Ellis. Mulligan's back in for the Wildcats. Shelby Britton stuck in the corner.
It would be a foul on Whittle.
Just did a good job there of just creating something out of nothing, really, didn't she? Chelsea Brook comes back in. Barton leaves with a couple of good baskets and gave them some real important minutes there.
Yeah, she did, Ducky.
To rest their bigs. It's tough to come in when you're a bit undersized and have to guard the likes of Scherf and Wild and hang around and wait to get crashed into by Marina Whittle. So she did a really good job. 4 points and a rebound for Barton, and she's subbed out. Really good minutes. Weirung kicks ahead. Ott inside to Scherf. Another dry trip for the Knox Raiders. 24-28, trailing by 4.
Get behind your team, Raiders fans, make some noise! Come on!
Panousis through hands. Brooke Britton goes to work. Chelsea Brook wide open. Yep, good pick and roll action.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah, Panousis is a nice player, nice point guard. Damo, she's got a couple of dimes here on the pick and rolls, and she's working really hard. And this zone's sort of drawing Knox up a little bit.
Well, she's had a good year, Panousis, 13.3 points a game. Shooting 31% from the field. Doesn't mind a shot from the outside either. 58 attempts from beyond the arc.
Abby Ellis goes out. Chelsea Schweers back in.
Abby Wirong shooting from the line at 68%.
Makes one. I'll back her in here. Back her in for 2 for 2, Damo. Yes! So, Shelby Britton's the only non-starter on the floor for the Wildcats at the moment, and Beckott's the only non-starter on the floor for the Raiders. A good pick and roll again. Good weak side help. Marina Whittle says, not in my house.
Get that out of here, Marina Whittle says.
Yep.
Lauren Scherf says, damn right, sister.
Yep. Get out of here. Oh, Chelsea Brook passes to me. Lauren Scherf works the D with the shot clock winding down. Panousis had to go at her. Scherf, deep catch in the post. She's got Maddie Wild on the seal. And Shelby Britton's going to be called for the personal there.
Good little hand in there. I thought it was nothing but ball, but easy for me to say up here.
Referee right on the spot. Scherf has the ability to drain the triple. Marina Whittle also has the ability to drain the triple and does so. Just obliges from downtown.
Shooting the 3-1 at 31%. Marina Whittle.
Panousis to Brook. Long 2, can't get it. Rebound Whittle. I really like Marina Whittle, the way she plays, Damo. She's solid, doesn't do anything, really outstanding, just does
She gives you 100% every time.
8 or 9 things really good. Basket in transition for Eltham. I missed who got it.
Swears for a triple.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. On repeat.
Yeah, wide open. Matty Wild, good movement. Chelsea Swears drops the head there and says, that was my rotation, girls, my bad. We have a time out. I think it's Eltham's, and it's 33-31. 5 and change to play in the first half. There's some leading scorers, Damo.
There's a Swizz up to 15 now, Ducky, and Brooks 6 and Barton's 4. For the Raiders, Bree Watman 9 points, Lauren Scherf 7, and Beckott 6 points. Swizz has got 3 boards, and Abby Wirrung's got 4 boards, and 3 assists to Panousis and 2 assists to Bree Watman.
She's been really creative, Panousis, out of the pick and roll. Been able to find Chelsea Brooke and Megan Mulligan. Been really patient. I've liked her game. So I don't know if she's got the WNBL gig yet for next season, but she'll be handy in somebody's backcourt, that's for sure.
Yeah, so Knox Ducky are usually they're a good shooting side from beyond the arc, shooting at 39%. This afternoon they've gone 1 from 9 at 11%. They've had some good looks, 11. But whereas Eltham have gone 3 from 7 at 42%, and those 3 will all be to Swizz.
You need to give the team a reason to get out of their zone, and Eltham won't get out of it while you're shooting 1 out of 9.
Beckott got the job on Swizz.
Yeah. Really good close out there from Wirrung to take the extra pass away on that last one. She attacked the Panousis closeout, but also took the extra pass away and forced Panousis to attack to the middle of the paint.
And look, I don't mind the matchup with Ott and Swizz either. I think with Ott, with that closing speed,
yeah,
just that ability to get out to her quickly, get that hand in her face,
and her length as well. Ott, triple, no good. It's a dry well there for Beckott at the moment. Chase down foul. Swizz picks up personal foul number 1. Neither team in the bonus here. Beckott inbounds. Whittle picks up.
Well, Swizz has copped one there in the side of the head by the looks of it. Didn't see what happened.
There's a big girl named number 11 who got in her way. Well, she's not named number 11, but she wears number 11. And she was just in the way. Illegally, according to the official. So, it might have been Wild as well. Yeah, it might have been assessed to Matty Wild there. Chelsea Swizz is okay.
Yeah, and Beckott just goes up extra close to make sure, reminds her, and
right here.
Wow.
Gee, that's a quick release, isn't it?
There is no space. It's just, wow. It's a good way to, you get knocked down and you get back up again, Ducky.
That's it.
Swizz is up to 18.
Yeah, she's a baller. You can just, like, some people can just score and not do too much else. And it's really, the result of the game really hinges on whether you can put the ball in the hole most, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You can look at all the stats at the end of the game and just go da-da-da-da-da, but if you put it in the hole more times than the other one, you get a win most times, as Wirrung drills the 3 from the baseline.
Yeah, you help off Abby Wirrung when she's in that corner there, and it is dangerous, isn't it? She'll hurt you.
I reckon you get bit more times than you don't get bit. Swizz controlling. Brooke attacks Matty Wild all the way to the cup for 2. Matty Wild late on that closeout. Wants a deep catch. Scherf in the trail spot. Whittle.
Mismatch there, Scherf on Swizz.
Yeah. Good high post catch.
We need to stop Raiders fans. Make some noise right now. Oh, there it is.
Weirung pushes the tempo, attacks the paint, hits Whittle. That's 3 on the way, and that is money. Raiders back in front now, 39-37, under 3 to play. As
Abby Weirung goes down there and slow to get up. She looks like she might have hurt her left ankle a little bit, but she's just...
might have just tweaked it a fraction.
This is going to test her now.
Schweers. It's such a beautiful high release that Chelsea Schweers has got.
Yeah.
Chelsea Brook makes a triple. A big fist pump from teammate Chelsea Schweers as Eltham have the lead back, 40 points, 39.
Chelsea Brook shoots from outside at 43%, so dangerous. Can be on the arc.
Whack. Nah. What are we up to attempts?
I would have backed it in, Ducky.
Seven.
Oh.
We drew the line at 10.5 before the game. I reckon that would have been easy money.
Yeah.
Subs in all over the joint. Under 2 minutes to play now.
Eltham by 1. Too easy that for Marina Whittle.
Nice float game. I reckon if she decided that she wanted to take over this contest, it'll be pretty much curtains, because she looks really keen to just get the ball and be really aggressive every single time she catches it. As Gillum gets denied by Whittle. Shot clock's low. Chelsea Brook for 3. Can't get it. Rebound Dawson. Watman pushes. Scherf way off. Rebound Schweers.
She'll pull up from there.
Yep.
Good board by Rach Quirk.
Yeah.
Good defensive grunt that she's known for.
Marina Whittle crosses up, gets to the hoop, and the harm.
Yeah, you're right. You called it, Ducky. Marina Whittle does have the ability just to put the foot down and just to blow this game apart.
Yeah, mate, I reckon that if she really wanted to, she could just say, hey, ladies, get on Marina Whittle's back now, and we're just going to go to town a little bit here. It's a really tough matchup. She's athletic. I really don't think they have anybody as strong in their backcourt who can go with her, or even quick enough in their front court who can go with her. So
she's up to 11 points now, Marina Whittle. Nearly comes up with a steal.
Schweers. Mulligan. Nice.
And it's a foul on Marina Whittle.
She's like a really good cornerback or like free safety in the NFL, just roaming the halfway line.
Really loitering with intent, Ducky, you know. She's just she's around with purpose. She's up to something all the time. Yep. She's always got something on the go.
Loitering with intent. I might have been accused of that in my younger days a couple of times. Quirk. Ellis all over her. Scherf. Mulligan. Whittle. Makes a fool of me. Schweers. She'll want a transition pull up here. Watman very aware of that.
Yeah, good D, Bree Watman. Yeah. Gave her a less than no space.
Yep. Does that go into negative territory?
Yeah.
Mulligan. 5 on the shot clock. Fires one up. Gillum can't get it. It's going to be off hands. There's 1.5. Coach Carr went looking for the timeout and didn't get it. Watman with a heave. Ooh. So half-time in a really entertaining contest between two really good teams here. Both teams sticking really well to their structures and so on. And it's a 44-point for the Knox Raiders and 42 points for the Eltham Wildcats. It's been really good, Damo. Both teams are, playing to their strengths, and you just feel like somebody, either Schweers or Whittle, can just explode here for a little bit in the second half. It'll bust wide open, don't you?
Yeah, look, Ducky, looking on paper before the game, you just think Knox are going to have too many options, but to Eltham's credit, they're really taking it to them. They've looked dangerous. They're matching it with Knox. But you're right, the likes of Whittle will pop up. If Whittle doesn't pop up, if Abby Wirrung will pop up, and then you've got Scherf who can pop up. You've got a whole list of players who can pop up for Knox. I fear that Eltham may end up being too reliant on Schweers, and why not? 39 points last night, but looking forward to the second half. Anyone's game, 44 Knox, 42 to Eltham.
Yeah, she's got a bunch here to start the first half of this game. She's at, 18 or 20 or something? Schweers?
17.
17.
Whittle's up to 11 for Knox. Watman 9, Scherf 9, and Brooke and Mulligan 11 and 5 respectively.
And we'll be back with the second half live from the State Basketball Centre on the NBL1 YouTube channel in about 8 minutes. All right, we're a couple of minutes off the second half. Beginning here at the State Basketball Centre. Really entertaining contest. Both teams coming off a game last night in rivalry round. Damo, explain to us what's going on here today.
Look, it's an even contest, Ducky. It's I'm liking what I'm seeing from Eltham. You sort of feel that, you know, Knox are going to just put the foot down in the second half and just take the game away from Eltham. You know, Knox are third on the ladder, Eltham are eighth on the ladder. Both teams coming off a loss last night. So it's Eltham lost by 2, Knox I think lost by 13, was it, or 17? So it's going to be an interesting second half. Knox shooting now from beyond the arc at 25%. They were at 11%, so they've made a couple of triples in that quarter. Rebounds, Knox are winning the boards by 4. Turnovers, Knox have limited some of the damage that happened from the turnovers last night, so they've tightened up a bit with the control of their ball. So I'm really looking forward to the second half.
Tell me who wins, Damo, and why.
Look, it's hard to go past Knox. I mean, obviously we see a lot more of Knox than we do of Eltham throughout the course of the season, but I just look over at the Knox bench there, and there's a fair bit of depth with the likes of Beckott, who came off the bench. Leah Sanamaggio, we haven't seen much of her tonight, but we know how deadly she is from beyond the arc. I just think Knox have got a few more. They just run a little bit deeper than Eltham, and I think that will be what ultimately gets them over the line. I think Eltham might be a little bit too reliant on too few players, so I think that's going to be what's going to be the difference ultimately. But really looking forward to it.
I couldn't agree with you more in what you said there at all, in saying that Knox look like they have the ability to just put the foot down and go any time. And yeah, Eltham much is just going to rely on Schweers, Mulligan and maybe Brook to get the job done here. Knox can go to about 6 or 7, 8 in contributors. So be an interesting second half here. Knox, by any token, really have to come out here and do the job now, don't they?
Yeah, they do. It's a good teams get this sort of job done.
Yep.
And it's a danger game for Knox. They're off to Tasmania next weekend, so obviously they'll be looking forward to the weekend away. But they've got to get the job done here and head to Tasmania 10-3, hopefully for Knox.
That's it. Both teams back on the floor. Second half is underway. Bridget O'Neill starting in the 4 spot for Chelsea Brook. I'm not too sure what the story is there. She got foul trouble. Chelsea Brook.
Have a look, Ducky. I'll let you know.
Doesn't come out to start the second half anyway. Empty trip for the Eltham Wildcats to start off, and they stick in the 2-3 zone. Bree Watman wants to get some movement as she tells everybody get going. So it creates a bit of space for her to get a jumper, and doesn't come to fruition. Chelsea Schweers with the rebound.
And you called it right, Ducky. Brooks on 3.
Inside ball. Mulligan has it knocked away by Wild. Baseline jump shot. O'Neill out rebounds Lauren Scherf. I'm not too sure I'll say that too many times in my career. Panousis.
I just reckon Knox could have done a bit better in that defensive set there. A couple of looks to Eltham.
Yeah. Whittle plays the patient team game. Ball goes into Scherf. Whittle now. Watman wide open. Punches the closeout and goes window and says, I wonder if the bank's open on Sunday. And if it is, I'll just cash this too. Panousis. Bit of a heat check there for Vanessa. Watman. Whittle wide open. And she's made a fool of me. Which is easy to do.
Good bit of ball movement with the extra pass there for Knox. 46-44.
Schweers. Automatic from the three-point.
She's the sort of player you just turn up to watch. Now she would sort of, help you getting people to come down. If you're a young junior athlete, basketball, we know they all love to shoot the triple.
Yeah, I'll probably pay money to get in the door to see her play for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Panousis attacks.
She just looks really effortless.
Yep. They say the good ones make it look effortless.
Yeah.
Watman again punches the closeout. Banks open again. No cash.
Good board for Maddie Wild.
No cash for Bree Watman on that one.
Good hard work, Maddie Wild on the inside there.
Yeah, she's important. Yeah, as you said there in the opening half, she gets her hand on the ball every now and then, or if she can't get the rebound, she gets the tip and knocks it away. And she's been a really important inclusion for the Knox Raiders this year. O'Neill sprints to the on-ball with Panousis. Schweers comes off the handoff. Can't get this one to go. Way ahead of the pack is Weirung.
Oh, did well not to give a foul there. I think she'd almost given it up that this will be a foul.
And that's 2 points. Sian Gillum. Yeah. Nice basket, Lauren Scherf.
Yeah, we look for Lauren Scherf to step up in this second half, particularly now 51-50.
Schweers goes jab step. One dribble step back. Left hand.
I'm shaking my head, Simon.
Left hand.
And I call you Simon when I mean business. I am shaking my head.
She's doing some damage. She's 5 of 10 now on threes, or 5 of 11, I think. And Maddie Wild, another rebound. Battles hard, can't get the 2. Eltham, Schweers, she wants another one. Jab step. Watman wearing her like a glove.
I wonder whether Coach Carr just thinks about junking the defence up a bit just to...
Yeah, something different. Good call. Panousis from downtown. 50-57 now. Eltham out by 7. Coach Carr says, Beckott and Lucy Dawson, can you check yourselves into the contest?
Yeah, and can you help us out in the next few minutes? Because really good 2.5 minutes for Eltham.
Yep. Gives a chop out, will you? Wild and Whittle check out. Still no Chelsea Brook. So this is all happening without you starting 4 on the floor as well. Weirung.
Schweers up to 26.
Hot tap ahead. Dawson hits Watman. Steps into a triple. Can't get it. Rebound Beck-Watt. And it's off hands. Can't get the cleanup. I'll just call it Beck-Watt.
Yeah. Well done, Beck-Wattman.
I went hybrid of the 2.
It's that moment, Ducky, you just let it go or do you call it out, And you called it out. You did the right thing. Because I was going to call it out.
Mate, if you put your foot in dog doo-doo, you claim it, don't you? So Ott all over Schweers. They switch everything on her now. Weirung, a good call. Into a double.
Doubling her, yeah.
Yeah.
There's an off-ball screen there from Ellis just to get Schweers a little bit of extra space, and then, but like you called, Ducky, Knox doubled her.
Yeah. Still in this zone, Eltham, this high 2-3 zone. The back baseline person covering the middle. Weirung attacks. Can't get the lefty layup. Rebound, Mulligan. Ellis attacks the paint and walks in for 2. 59-50, still no action. Whittle comes back to the subs bench.
Santa Maggio as well, gets ready to come into the game.
Dawson gets clobbered by Gillum. Or Schweers, sorry. Who picks up the personal.
Second foul for Schweers.
So Marina Whittle back in. She'll probably go to the 1 here along with maybe Santa Maggio. Both point guards out now for the Knox Raiders.
Lucy Dawson shooting from the line at 83% for the season.
Makes 1 out of 2. And the Raiders need a couple of stops here. Need to string something together. Ott wearing Schweers. In the immortal words of Ace Ventura, like a glove.
Yes.
Probably get told off for copyright and free kill on that one.
11 on the clock.
Mulligan, high post catch, likes it. Dawson with the hand in, off to the races. Can't get the roll, empty trip for the Knox Raiders.
That sort of pass from Lucy Dawson just went to where Whittle was instead of just, that half a metre in front of her for the run on. Just caused her to slow down a bit, and that sort of just caused that little break just to fall over there.
Yeah, they tried to work it out, extra hands in. Beck Ott did a good job of getting down the floor real quick, but 3-on-1 that ends in an 8-foot jump shot.
Yeah.
Not an ideal trip. Ellis at the 1. Chelsea Brooks back in here. Santa Maggio with a pinch. Great hustle.
So there's a player down for Eltham. Looks like she's injured. I can't see her down behind the
Jeffrey.
behind the ring. It was a really good chase down, but
Rachel Jeffrey.
Can't see her from where we are here because she's down behind the ring.
It's definitely Rachel Jeffrey though. She went down pretty hard on this chase down on Leah Santa Maggio's basket.
So 59 to 53 here, Eltham's way. 3:23 left in the third. It's been a really good quarter for Eltham, Ducky, hasn't it?
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they've come out and they've really stuck to their guns. Schweers has, made a couple of three-pointers here, but she hasn't really controlled it. It's been Ellis, Panousis hit a jumper, and so on. And Knox are just, against his zone, can't break it open. So, Rachel Jeffrey it is, down on the end of the bench there.
I'm just trying to look to see from here what she's sort of holding there, but
you called for a little bit of junk, Damo, and you have been rewarded as the Raiders come up with a steal and a 2 for Leah Santa Maggio. Extended pressure defense.
Yeah, I just think they've just got to get after it and just make it a bit uncomfortable. Eltham have just controlled this third quarter with a bit of time and patience, and need to hunt them a bit, Ducky.
Yep. Whittle. It's a good defensive unit on the floor at the minute for the Raiders. Ott's a good defender.
There's another good defensive, and you see that the wise head of Schweers just telling her team just to settle down, down. We know they're coming at us. They're a good team. Let's just slow it down and keep doing what's been working for us.
Whittle, inside look to Scherf. Gets the 2 to Lucy Dawson. Nice pass. Again, extended D. Dawson's length in the backcourt has really caused a bit of issue there for the Eltham Wildcats.
Good hand in there from Marina Whittle.
Yep, Schweers.
Needs no room at all.
Yep, just does another basket. Beckott, Scherf in transition. Whittle holds strong. Good high-low action. Ott attacks it. Scherf relocates for 2. Can't get it. loose ball.
Shrews is up to 25 and 6 boards. Coming off a double-double last night. Lucy Dawson looks like she had her finger there.
Yeah, she's holding something. That might be out.
Yeah, I think she's Lucy Dawson is out and heading straight to the change rooms. Holding her, I think it's her left hand she's holding there, Lucy Dawson.
And that's big because she's just changed the game a little bit when she checked in.
Yeah.
Got her hand on it a little bit, and there's a reason why they've cut the lead now. So Chelsea Brook goes to work, 6-point lead to the Wildcats.
Straight back into the game and straight back into it, Ducky.
Yep.
63-57.
Yep. Deep catch. Lauren Scherf looks for Santa Maggio. Whittle wanted it. Said, no, not my turn this time.
Yeah. And it was a good set of hands. Started with Santa Maggio, seeing Whittle with the skip pass and then Whittle over to Ott in the corner.
Schwiz surveys the landscape. Can't get it. Really good substitution from Coach Carr, though. She could have come back with a big, and instead she said, I'm going to summon my best defender.
Yeah.
Rach Quirk, come on. It's your turn. And she subbed it back in. So Abby Ellis has rewarded herself with a 2 at the line.
89% from the line.
Make some noise, Raiders fans.
Team managers returned from the locker room without Lucy Dawson. So I'd say there's might be a dislocated finger in there.
Yeah,
or
it certainly looked like it, didn't it?
Dislocated knuckle in there or something like that.
She's played a lot of basketball, Lucy, and I dare say she's probably seen a lot of those herself, if not done it herself before, so she sort of knew she was in trouble, didn't she?
Yeah. Ball moving from side to side for the Raiders. Beckard dials in the triple from the baseline. Good ball movement.
Yeah,
Damien.
absolutely. And
Get back to what you know.
2 threes in the space of a minute. Foul on Santa Maggio on the inside. Mismatch there. Not much she could do.
I actually thought Mulligan got away with one there. Got away with a walk. A little bit of a skip jump on the catch.
14 on the shot clock, 24 on the game clock.
I'm a biased cheerer, though.
Here we go, Raiders fans. Defense. 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 Foul starts number 11 for the Raiders, Lauren Scherf. Second personal, 14 foul. Let's go. Let's go, Raiders. Let's go. Let's go, Raiders. Let's go. Come on.
Britain attacking, finds Mulligan, and it's a turnover. Good stop there, giving the Raiders a chance to play the last 13 and a half seconds of this quarter. Tied ball game at three-quarter time, Damo?
No, Knox will be up by 1. Beckard in the corner for a triple. Thank you, Simon.
That's an excellent call by you. Wowee. Damien Morris.
My job here is done. I am going home.
Like Kobe, mic drop.
Well, I've seen a fair bit of Beck play over the years, and I like it.
You couldn't
Good
have called
watch.
that any better. 66-65 to end the third quarter. Tale of 2 quarters there.
Wasn't it?
In that game, in that quarter, Eltham doing the business, really good at what they did in the first half of that quarter, and Knox just came back hard. And you called that, and you said, I would like to see a little bit of junk up on the defence. Coach Carr came out and said, yep, all right, a little bit of extended. Lucy Dawson, important, getting her hand on the ball. Couple of turnovers, etc. Santa Maggio, important when she checked in too. Couple of fast breaks, getting her hands on it. So it really changed the landscape a little bit, didn't it?
It did, Ducky. And, look, I would have given 5 minutes of that quarter to Eltham and 3 3 minutes to Knox. Certainly early on, Eltham, Knox were a little bit shell-shocked. They came out from the half-time break, almost like I was saying at half-time, that they would, Knox will get the job done. They're deeper. They've got more options. They played like it for the first 5 minutes, and Eltham, to their credit, really took it up to them. I think Knox, the last 3 minutes, have realised we've really got a ball game on here, and we need to work really hard, or we are going to get run over here by this competitive Eltham unit who have turned up to play.
That's exactly right. And the stats won't lie here to you in that quarter. Knox 22, Eltham 23. So on the points total, Beck Ott just busted it open there. We spoke about her having the confidence to shoot that three in the first quarter, and it sort of dried up, and they were 1 of 9, etc. And she makes 3 straight to end the third, and it all back together. Did I just see Lucy Dawson come out of the change room there, Damo?
You did see her come out of the change room, and she's high-fived her teammates. I'm not sure whether she high-fived with both hands or just one hand, but she's sitting on the bench, and she looks okay. I don't know whether we'll see her again, but looks like a left hand, some sort of issue with a finger on a left hand. But
Santa Maggio, empty trip for the Raiders on the first possession of the last quarter as they start with the ball. Britton passes an open one up. Chelsea Brooks switches sides. Panousis throws it to coach Zoe Carr, who, while she probably relive her Eltham playing days a little bit, probably wouldn't have knocked that one in on an assisted Eltham with a basket.
Just interesting there seeing Coach Carr really give Marina Whittle just an instruction to get the ball up the floor quickly.
Yep. Whittle for 2 on the pull-up. More possession, more chances to score. Less times you have to play defence.
Yeah, Shreer starting on the bench for the final quarter. Beck Ott stepped up in the second half. She was good early too, Ducky. I think up on a fast break, a couple of those shots didn't drop, but to her credit, stuck at it.
And we spoke about her off the record beforehand, didn't we? And just said she needed to impose herself. She's averaging about 16.5 points a game, so didn't impose herself last night. Has imposed herself today as Abby Ellis knocks in a 3.
Scores are even.
I'm not too sure you can jump from out of bounds to save the ball inbound, but anyway. Whittle switching sides, fires a laser beam into Ott. This doesn't come off.
So, Ducky, we spoke about calling it out when you stuff up, when you say it. I was talking at that 3-quarter time break about an 8-minute quarter. I was saying 5 minutes to Eltham, 3 minutes to Knox. I'm not sure what I did with the other 2 minutes. I'm not sure who had those. Maybe ball was in dispute for those 2 minutes.
Yeah, 8 doesn't go into 10.
No.
But we'll work it out. It's 1 each. The tiebreaker has the first shout after the game. All right. So I'm not too sure what the jig is here at the moment. Might be a bit of a clock issue. Panousis and Brook in the backcourt for Eltham, just waiting for the clock to readjust to 8 minutes something, 22 or something, was it? We had Super Mario music or something in the background. Extended D. Knox hustled that one down, chased it really hard. Ellis now barking instructions. Panousis, triple, no good.
Good hand in there from Rach Quirk.
Sticky mitt. Scherf. Nice, 2 points. Probably got away with a bit of a hook there.
Yeah.
But her basket's the difference in the contest at the moment as Chelsea Brook. Pick and roll again. Nice find from Vanessa Panousis.
70 each. Lauren Scherf up to 13 points.
Whittle hits Quirk. Found Scherf diving, threw it to her knee. And when you're 6'5", it's the last place you want the ball, really, isn't it?
Abby Weirong back into the game.
So Eltham staying strong here too. I'm intrigued to see how long Schweers sits, but she come off a double last night, coming off a game last night as well where she played big minutes. Abby Ellis, Scherf,
Tough
gets a
shot.
hand to it.
Yeah, tough shot over Lauren Scherf.
Yep. Whittle wants the deep catch, has to throw
good
that
recovery.
to the ring.
Good defensive effort. Rach Quirk.
Yep. Quirk, knock it in. Sure. To Beck Ott.
Yeah, I'm just watching Abby Weirong there. She's had a quiet game by her standards, Ducky, with only 7 points, but I don't think she's right after her ankle earlier. She's just sort of labouring a little bit up the court. Just keep an eye on her. I'm not sure how many minutes we'll get out of her.
A little bit proppy.
Yeah.
Weirong with the job on Panousis. Kicks to Ellis, can't get it. Gang rebound for the Raiders. Scherf comes up with it. Marina Whittle pushes the tempo.
Schweer's about to check into the game.
I think Marina was going to boot that one up to me and you then. A little bit frustrated with herself.
Look, Quirk's going to go to Schweers. Raiders by 2.
Good D from Weirong on Panousis. Really made it hard. They're looking for Schweers.
Yeah, they're really good with giving Schweers that on ball, aren't they? Just to give her that, and she doesn't need much space, but it's either that away screen or that on ball time and time again that just gives her that little bit of space is all she needs.
Yep. Ball movement again. Weirong exits to Ott. Whittle can't get the 3. Schweers in transition. Panousis can't get the roll. Rebound Weirong. Whittle. That 3-on-3 experience, just getting to the basket.
She attacked the basket hard, didn't she? Knox ball.
Yeah, that was a really good drive. Unlucky not to come up with a 2.
Let's go, Raiders. Let's go. Let's go, Raiders. Let's go. Let's go, Raiders. Let's go. Let's go, Raiders.
14 shot clock. Ball gets moved around by the Raiders. Weirong moves it straight to the Eltham Wildcats defense, and Ellis steps and turns the ball over. And Whittle hits Scherf, and that's 2. That's a 4-point lead.
Abby Weirong looked like she moved really well then. That was good to see. You know, I was concerned about her ankle, but it doesn't look like it's causing her too much trouble at the moment.
Important 4-point play there. Ellis looked like she had a basket at one end. Really good chase down on the defensive end. Turned the ball over. Chelsea Brook gets it off. Oh, that is
3 on the clock, and that was
Yeah.
from downtown, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Make some noise, Raiders fans. Get behind your team. Come on. Let's go, Raiders. Let's go. Let's go, Raiders. Let's go.
Doesn't make too many Chelsea Brook, but doesn't get him off at a bad clip, about 30-odd% for the year. Weirong for 3. Corner, replies. Back to a 4-point lead, 77-73. Touch over 4 to play. In regulation here, Coach Carr willing her team on. Get a stop here. Whittle. Weirong with the job on Panousis. tough. Gets called for a block.
Watman checking into the game.
Who for here? Beck Ott.
Really big third quarter for Beck Ott.
Yeah, there's been a difference here. I think she's up to about 15 or 17 or something like that. 17 in the contest for her, and she's shooting at a really nice clip as well for the contest, I think. So,
10 on the clock.
Schweers. Watman got a hand on it. Comes off a radar.
2 on the shot clock.
Catch and shoot Schweers here.
Timeout, Eltham.
Coach Spencer wants to discuss what we do with 2 seconds on the shot clock here and 3:42 left in regulation, trailing by 4. It'd be interesting to see what he's got in his kit bag here. Spent a lot of time, in the local leagues and around Ballarat and Cairns, so I'd love to see what he comes up with here.
So Schweers, she's been quiet probably the last 8 or so minutes, which I know she spent some time on the bench starting this quarter, which has helped Knox out. But I'll be looking to see her step up in the next probably 3 minutes. Ducky, she's 25 points, been very important for them. Brooke on 18 points. It hurt her being in 3 fouls early, so she had to sit down for a while, but she's been really important for them as well. Look to go to Brooke on the inside, Ducky.
Yeah, maybe a deep catch here. Mulligan's been a bit quiet today. She's had a tough game on her hands. 5 points and 4 rebounds, so quiet by her standards.
Let's go Raiders, let's go. Let's go Raiders, let's go. Let's go Raiders, let's go.
And she's been subbed out for Barton. My money's on a Schweers catch here.
Can you stop? Can you stop?
One dribble. Lets it fly. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Scherf. Not too sure that's how Coach Spencer drew that up, but anyway. What would I know sitting up here? Whittle. Geez, they sag right onto that post catch. Weirung.
Good ball movement out
Yeah,
there.
excellent.
Lovely.
And when you move the ball like that, the reward is always an open shot. It's a matter of it going down, and Abby Weirung's made the last 2.
Yeah, and that's the thing, Ducky. I said she'd been quiet, and that's the depth of Knox. She steps up and she's now up to 13 points.
Yep.
Hit 2 important triples in this quarter. Knox have blown it out by 7 now.
Whittle inside to Scherf. She wants movement. Quirk. Back inside. Watman to Scherf. Quirk lets one fly. Battle for the rebound. Good hand in there by Quirk, but hit it straight to Panousis. Wasn't set. Couldn't get the 3. Again, important hand in Abby Ellis. Schweers wants one. Can't get it. Weirung wearing it like a glove. Panousis. Cross. Doesn't get anywhere against the Roach Quirk defense.
Eltham ball.
2:11 left in regulation. Mulligan in, Barton out.
For the Raiders, checking in number 9, Beck Otts.
Beck Ott in, Roach Quirk
One
out.
of the shot clock Raiders fans. We're getting a
Good
nice
minutes from
start
Roach
here.
Quirk.
Yeah, solid effort.
Yep. With 1 on the shot clock, Chelsea Brook.
Let's go.
That's the 2. Whittle transition and just opens up for her, steps through.
Just a nice little block there off the ball by Lauren Scherf.
Yeah. Whittle on Schweers, Panousis. Straight switch there. Not the one you want open. Chelsea Schweers comes up empty. 80-75, minute and a half to play.
Let's go Raiders. Let's go. Let's go Raiders. Let's go. Let's go Raiders. Let's go. Come on. Let's go Raiders.
5 of 12 on the night for Chelsea Schweers. Watman wants Ott, finds Watman again. And it's a shot clock violation. And it won't count for Marina Whittle. Sort of threw it in half, not looking.
Yeah.
Wish I could do that. Minute 16 to play here in regulation. A real junkyard dogfight here in this last quarter, hasn't it? 80 to 75.
Only one foul for the quarter.
Yep. Schweers wants it. Wirrung tied on her. Panousis wants it on ball with Mulligan. Attacks it. Good block, Lauren Scherf.
Get that out of here.
Marina Whittle, Hezzy attacks Chelsea Brook. Gets blocked.
Oh,
Mulligan.
Knox ball.
Important hand.
Yeah.
Yep.
5 points in at 49 left on the clock.
15 on the shot clock here to shoot. Knox need to take a bit of time off the clock here. Beck Ott hits Watman. Wirrung wants it. Mismatch. Watman attacks it. Right hand. Finishes and extends the lead to 7.
Time out, Eltham.
Coach Spencer wants to have a chat about it. It's important basket there by Bree Watman. That misses. You come down, you're in transition. You just want to, try to find Schweers somewhere, dial in a 3 and see what you can get. But now you're coming out of set play. You give Knox a chance to set up some kind of defensive structure. Really important basket by Bree Watman and a really good contest here in the last quarter. It has been, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. And Knox have stepped it up in the last quarter as we expected they would, as they've needed to. They've played some solid basketball, got the ball into some of the right hands. Abby Wirrung spent some time on the bench, back on, and she's been big in this last quarter.
Yeah, you're right. Wirrung, the 2 corner threes here in this bottom corner have been really good, haven't they?
Yeah.
And it's just been out of really good ball movement. And Knox come back out on the floor. Watman, Wirrung, Ott at the 3, Whittle at the 4 and Scherf at the 5. Eltham are not advancing the ball. It's not a bad ploy, really. You don't advance the ball and, now you don't. You just got to bring it a little bit different, but it gives you a chance to run at the defense a little. Panousis does exactly that. Maggie Mulligan gets the stick back. Quick foul here needed by Eltham, or they're going to play it out. With 2 possessions down. Watman, Ellis draped all over her. Wirrung, you have to foul.
10 on the clock.
Wirrung attacks Brook, can't get it. No call. Schweers is going to get a 2. And
3-point game.
Now do you foul. Now you have to foul. Wow. Panousis comes up with it.
Ooh.
And that is full time. Wow, some really strange decisions there not to foul and try to get an extra possession out of it somewhere by the Wildcats. That was a really good contest, but strange ending for mine.
Yeah, I think the Wildcats were realising they haven't fouled, so they're going to have to foul 5 times in the space of 5 seconds. It might be a challenge. I don't know, Ducky.
Try to extend it as much as you can. Anyway, a really good victory for the Knox Raiders. A bit of a dogfight here on a Sunday afternoon in the NBL1 Women Division. 82 points to the Knox Raiders and 79 to the Eltham Wildcats, leading the way for the Wildcats. 27 points. Chelsea Schweers and Chelsea Brook had 20 points. And for the Knox Raiders, 17 points for Lauren Scherf. 17 points for Rebecca Ott and a bunch on 13. 5 in double figures is really good. Really good team movement.
Yeah, it was a good game. Eltham credit, I think, 3 points. They pushed a third of the ladder, Knox. Eltham lost last 2 games by 5 points, so they've been unlucky. They were right in this contest throughout. I think ultimately it was the experience of Knox that just got the job done. Knox move on and head to Hobart and Launceston next week.
Yeah, with a nice 10-3 record and look sort of playoff bound now, don't they, with only 4 or 5 games left in the season for them. Eltham will have the weekend it was, really.
Yep. And just looking at Lucy Dawson there, looks like she's got the ice on her right hand, so not sure how bad that injury is going to be, what that means for Lucy, but if she's out for a few weeks, that will be a loss to Knox.
And we also hope Rachel Jeffrey's all right for the Eltham Wildcats. She limped off there with that left. She's got a heavy ice bandage on her left knee, so we wish her all the best and hope she's good. But a victory here for the Knox Raiders, a tough one, 82-79. We'll be back at 2 o'clock. Tip-off for the men, Eltham Wildcats versus Knox Raiders. NBL1 action live from the State Basketball Centre this Sunday afternoon.